sanctimony and hypocrisy. No one's above the law, and everyone other than Sunny Hostin is swimming in privilege that she's very pissed off about. She doesn't love our country. She feels threatened and unsafe when she sees a neighborhood full of American flags because the country's been just so devastating to her. We made her a multimillionaire. We funded her mansion in Westchester, which you could probably fit 4 of your homes in it. We'll show you the video yet again so you know what we're talking about. Did your child go to Harvard? Most people's kids didn't go to Harvard. Do you think her child got into Harvard completely on merit? Or do you think she might have played the Sunny Hostin view card to help him along? Not to mention the fact that her son, being black, is only a bonus to getting into an Ivy League university like that. Everybody knows that. So if there's any privilege, it's the one that she is immersed in day after day after day. But she won't acknowledge any of that. No, it's all about white privilege, which she talks about all the time on that show, and how, I guess, Trump is evil and his voters are white supremacists. That's her main talking points from The View. Well, what happened is recently her son, who's a Harvard grad, she'd really want you to know, and 24 years old, he's not a 16-year-old, was running. And apparently he's an avid runner. She's made mention of this many times on the show and decided not to run like you or I would, or anybody who's in training for a marathon or for a track team or what have you, on the road, on a track, on a path, in the woods, wherever.
Yes. If you take a look at this whole situation, you realize any parent would do the same thing. Yeah. If you're a lawyer, your son is arrested for trespassing, I believe you will do something. Why people are more concerned with this issue of Sunny Hostin is just the fact that she has been singing like a song, like nobody is above the law. I don't know, maybe just concerns some particular people like Trump, as she has been saying for a very long time. Trump, 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 Trump every day. Oh, nobody's above the law. But when it concerns her now, we realize there are certain people that need some privileges. This is exactly where I'm having an issue with what is going on.
Footage. Here's her son explaining that his mother is a lawyer, and then you hear Sunny Hostin on the phone with him. And listen to the instruction. This is from police body cam footage from June 16th, SOT 21.
Put your hands behind your back for a second. Hey, what's going on?
Tell them your mother is a federal prosecutor. Are you arresting my son?
Wait a minute.
What happens if you're like, oh, I would like to write this?
Well, you know, we have cameras everywhere. Normally it's a misdemeanor charge. We're dumbing it down to a violation, okay? I know you're upset.
I'm a former federal prosecutor.
Yeah.
He knows he's a Harvard grad who teaches 4th grade geometry to his kids.
God bless.
This is not a kid who's ever in trouble.
Sunny Hostin constantly talks about white privilege and how oppressed people with brown skin in America are, yet pretty sure she has more privilege than most people do. That was her using her elite privilege to try to get her son out of being arrested for criminal trespassing. But Sunny, didn't you say
Celebration of the law and how it applies to all of us.
does it apply to all of us, Sunny? No, this kid did not commit a major crime, but he went into a restricted area where there were no trespassing signs posted everywhere. See, where most of us understand that to avoid getting arrested for a crime is to not commit a crime, in the leftist brain, it seems to be to avoid getting charged for committing a crime, do whatever you want, and then claim that being held accountable is unjust.
You can't commit so many crimes and think that you are above the law, even if you are the president.
So it really is a celebration of the law.
It's a celebration of the law and how it applies to all of us.
Okay, so before she knows that the police officer is there and hearing everything and holding the phone, she tells him to lie. Tell them your mother's a federal prosecutor. No, you're not. You were once, but you're not. That was a long time ago, Sunny. And you shouldn't be advising your child to lie to the police. Then once the officer identifies himself and she knows he can hear her and he's got the phone, she says, former, right, correct, madam. You're already off on the wrong foot.
If you take a look at this, the view Sunny Hostin stays eagerly quiet as her co-host talks about nipple babies just weeks after her son was arrested for trespassing. Hostin went viral for trying to use her elite position to get her son out of trouble. The View host says calling someone a nipple baby is just as bad as calling someone a DEI hire. It get crazy, when things like this are happening. I expected Sunny Hostin to say something, but because of what is currently trending on social media, she decided to stay silent.
Pop singer Gracie Abrams sat down for an interview with CBS Sunday Morning and said she's fully aware that being the daughter of writer-director J.J. Abrams and entertainment executive Kate McGrath has had its advantages. Take a look.
There is no question. There are a million visible and invisible ways in which I have benefited as a result of my proximity. I'm the luckiest person in the world to have grown up learning from the two of them in all of the ways. It's been everything, of course, yeah.
Now, the question is, are people too quick to dismiss someone like her as a Nepo baby? Let me tell you what being a Nepo baby is like. When you say that about somebody, it's like calling them a DEI hire. Yep. It's like saying you didn't get this on your own. This girl has...
Yes, if you take a look at how Sunny Hostin responded to this, you can clearly see that she understands something here. Calling someone a nipple baby is just like calling the person a DEI hire. Are you getting... I expected Sunny Hostin to actually have a lot of conversations when this is concerned, but she didn't say anything. Just in line with what we are talking about here. Using this privilege, I'm this, I'm that, even lied to the police, tried to make the son to lie. At some point, this has actually exposed her to a level that I don't believe she actually even thought that this will come on social media like it is now. And I'm impressed to see how people are calling her out. Even Democrats are doing it. For a very long time, Sunny Hostin has always been there, pointing fingers at people, especially Trump. Now, this was a case for Sunny Hostin to allow the law to take place. If the son is guilty, he should face it. Sunny Hostin never thought that. He wanted the son to benefit. Privilege of her working on The View, her being a former persecutor. This is what she actually just tried to prove here. And the hypocrisy is alarming and embarrassing at some point.
Children, I know that black boys are not given the presumption of innocence and the presumption of youth. She's calling the police and saying they're trying to steal her car and they're 11 years old. They don't know how to drive.
That has always been a thing with Sunny Hostin. She has been a risk baiter for a very long time. And at some point, people took notice of all this. If you see people reacting to this, it's because they're actually shocked. Yeah, because she has been preaching, telling people how whether you are the president, you should not be exempted. You should face persecution. Yeah, I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. Please hit up the clips. They don't recommend videos again on this channel, so I'm begging you, please hit this up and if possible, share out. As of the short clips you see at the end, that's for a while. You can always skip.
Serious or more serious.
Okay.
Jacob Sobroff. Oh, we're live on this man just disgusts me.
And of that UFC fight, because to me, that does not celebrate America's 250th anniversary.
Monday night gave the president and his acolytes an opportunity where the gladiator's god was praised for his
80th birthday.
When you come for the rest.
6-1 underdog. How good does this feel?
Never do this again.
Went under to jurors, but it was shown.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah. So with all eyes on California, you can see exactly what's happening.
It was on here in the Golden State.
In 39 days, we will know.
Fun of people. And so this is my life.
You're talking about qualification.
Odysseus,
Telemachus, Penelope,
Antinous, Odysseus,
Athena, Telemachus. This clip of Elliot Page is going to be what tanks the Odyssey movie. It's supposed to be a warrior, right? A warrior, a big, strong warrior. Look how Elliot Page is running.
One thing I feel really fortunate about